Some breaking news from the NBA. Sources tell ESPN's Shams Charania the Milwaukee Bucks are trading Khris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, and a pick swap to the Washington Wizards for Kyle Kuzma, Patrick Baldwin Jr., and second-round draft compensation. Stephen A., I'll go to you first. Your reaction to this? Khris Middleton out. Speaking of someone's sidekick, no more Giannis' sidekick there.
Very much the right move for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been desperate to get younger. They needed to get younger. Appreciate and pay homage to Khris Middleton because they don't win a championship a few years back if it were not for Khris Middleton. He played like an absolute star in the playoffs and in the finals, Mr. Mid-Range himself. But his health has been compromised over the last few years. He has never been that player again. And the reality of the situation is that Giannis deserves better. Giannis is one of the greatest players in the world. His work ethic, his commitment to excellence, his dedication, his focus on winning is unquestionable. We know Dame time and what he can do and what he's going to bring to the table when it really, really counts. But you needed a third wheel. And even though Kyle Kuzma doesn't seem like the ideal person in that regard, a bit erratic as a player, there is no questioning his talent. He is a champion. He has performed in the postseason. He does have good size on him. He just wasn't playing with purpose because the Washington Wizards are a moribund franchise who should consider giving fans their money back for the product they put on a basketball court this year, okay? So you take all of that into consideration. Now with Kyle Kuzma, you've got a bit younger. You certainly got healthier, and it's one of those situations where now he gets to play with purpose. I like the move for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they did the right thing, and I think this obviously puts them in the mix to be every bit as formidable as we would hope any team with Giannis and Damian Lillard would be.
Yeah, they're not going to win the NBA championship because of this trade, but this is a good move. Middleton's been hurt an awful lot. You know, remember, he did play great. Good job by Stevie in the postseason when they beat the Suns in 6 games. The following year, he didn't play at all against the Celtics. He came back to play some against Indiana last year, but the whole team was banged up. They have obviously Lillard sitting there. This will make Giannis happy. I mean, you got to pacify him. Kuzma, we got to see how he plays now with some pressure on him. It's easy to score 20 a game on a horrendous team. To fit in and make a huge contribution on a good team, that's a major transition for a young player, but I do like the trade. I'm with Stevie an awful lot. The Bucks are sort of floundering at 6-7 games over 500. They should get out of a round. I don't know if they're going to win a second round against Cleveland, but this is a good move here by the Bucks. No issues whatsoever, and I feel bad for Middleton. To go to Washington is tricky. Maybe he'll go somewhere else now. Why would they keep him? But yes, 100% good trade for Milwaukee.
One of the biggest what-ifs of the last few years in the NBA is what if Khris Middleton didn't get hurt in the playoffs in 22? The Bucks were awesome that year. They lost in 7, up losing in 7 to Boston. It might have been the Bucks trying to win back-to-back championships against the Warriors had he not gotten hurt. Milwaukee's been working on a trade like this since November. They recognized right away that they weren't going to be good enough this year. This gets them more athleticism, got a guy who can play multi-position with speed alongside Giannis. It's a good move. And Kyle Kuzma, I realize sometimes he can act a little bit of a clownish, but he's really tried to dump that in his past. He's really tried to focus more. And no matter what you want to say about him, he does have a ring. He's proven he can do it on the big stage, and he plays hard every night. And that'll show up in Milwaukee right away.
You better show up with some camel fits now going forward. Camo, I should say, in Milwaukee. All right, good stuff.
I'm on fire.